Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. This is Doc Skinner with 1028 Live. Do we have a microphone? Is that working? Check, check, check. There we go. Okay, folks. So hold on one second. I'm in new live stream. Please go to page and click on new stream. Sorry for inconvenience. How do you spell inconvenience? Is that right? Oh, thank God for spell check. That looks good. Fine. Boom. Okay. Quizamis, hi. Phoebe's here. Welcome, welcome. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Yeah. Man, I hope all these people will come over. There's Dave Dennis. Yes, gotcha. Good. All right. Sorry, my voice is out. I've been sick the past couple days. Let's see if we can get some of these people over here. Let me try again. Please come over to new YouTube stream. They want to delete the video, so I messaged everybody in there. So, all right, we got lots to talk about as long as I can still talk. Okay, well, I've done all I can do. They have to figure that out. Okay, so we're gonna get that. I'm gonna delete this forever. Delete that one. Wait. Hold on. Is that the one I'm doing right now? No. Yeah, I can delete that one. All right, now we know it would be confused. All right. And then refresh, make sure this is running. It says we are. And cool, there we are. Doesn't have the cool titles or anything. What a pain in the butt that was. Queen Bee, Tina Bain, Misty Smith, Dave Dennis, and Phoebe are here. Got a few things to talk about, just a few. But I got good news for people that weren't with us on Friday night. Excuse me. All right, so what we were going to talk about, I was going to show you stuff, but now I can't screen grab. I'm just going to have to tell you a little bit about it. First off, I want to just say thank you to everybody that with the well wishes on Facebook. I appreciate it. I'm not 100%. I'm still groggy. I went 3 days with no sleep because my brain wouldn't shut off, but my body was just completely exhausted, and I was just I got food poisoning, and I was just yakking and dry heaving for like 48 hours straight. And chest is hurting. So, but some big news is happening right now, and so I bit the bullet, and here I am. So, all right. Just a couple things I want to talk about. Let's see, I did that. Thank you very much for the well wishes. Scratch that off. And then we'll finish it off with the big news. If you weren't aware of it already, we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's talk. I got to look this way now because I can't pull it up over on this screen. We talked about Biden and his faux pas, which he's good and known for. And Vanessa, he's been like locked away in his basement since. It's like they don't want him to talk anymore. They're like, shut up, stop talking. You're just making things worse. Like I said, I don't care what side anybody's on. It's just like, look, if you're on his side and find somebody else, new, fresh, young. Democrats, find your Kennedy. They're out there. But this, he's just a bag of trouble. I mean, for everybody. So, hey, Dana, welcome from DC. Chris made it over good. Sorry about all the confusion, everybody. But it turns out, and I'm gonna go into that in a minute. But let's get through these little things of news, and then I got a lot of ranting to do. So yeah, I think they just want him to hide him away, So he doesn't say anything else. Um, I don't know. It's just my opinion. So, like I said, I'm groggy. So please forgive me. The, uh, 3 days of tossing and turning. First off, on top of the food poisoning, I stepped in a hole. Like I got these gopher things, right? And so the ground has been collapsing. I'm just waiting for the big sinkhole to happen. And I stepped in one in the dark and jolted my back. So my waist area is all just inflamed. And no matter which way I was laying, didn't matter. I couldn't sleep. It would not let me sleep. I think I got maybe 2 or 3 hours early this morning. That was it. That was like, screw it, just get up. Yeah, you got stuff to do. I mean, man, one day of no social media and phone and all that. And I was just like, my gosh, it blew up. I was just like, wow. But thank you again to all the well wishes and prayers. I do appreciate it. It means a lot. Um, okay. I want to just get to the fun stuff, but the other stuff, this is important too. And I was gonna do a whole thing on the whole Biden thing, but you know what? Screw that. I mean, certain people don't want me to do what I do. Obviously, because now, I mean, I couldn't hook up with OBS to YouTube or to Facebook. So here we are with plain Jane here. And I'm sorry, I'm not like I said, I'm a little groggy and I'm frustrated. um, I mean, can I be real with you guys for a second? I mean, I'm always real with you. I always hate when people say, "Hey, can I be honest with you?" Well, what, have you been lying up to me all this time? I hate that term. But I mean, I just want to, you know, I love all the podcasters out there, all my friends and stuff. But I'm like, what is it that, I mean, I've been doing this a while, and some of them are just jumping on, and then boom, skyrocket. I mean, do I got to go on tour? Do I got to do conventions? Do I got to write a book? What do I got to do? What do I got to do? Um, that's why I feel that that's just not going to be my place in life. But I am I am well known to bringing people together and bringing like-minded people together and building things. So on that note, that will be coming. That's a lead into the big news coming up here in a minute. If you don't know it already. Okay, let's. Okay, so I'm skipping it. Okay, here we go. Minneapolis, Maryland. We all heard what happened. 40-year a man in his 40s, George Floyd, in Maryland, was being arrested for forgery. Okay, so forgery. What is forgery? Forgery is not a good thing. Okay, but it's doing signatures. Okay. Um, she should go to court and have a trial, maybe do some time or pay a fine. I get it. Yes. But was it worth for officers allowing him to die under their hand? No. So much that I can say that freely is because the mayor emotionally said it was appalling what was seen. It was not only the one man that would not take his knee off the other man's neck when he said repeatedly he could not breathe and pain was shooting through his whole body, but all the way till the ambulance got there, the guy had his knee on his neck, and the other officers let it happen. Now, all four of them were immediately fired. They killed somebody. Well, one man physically killed. The other three were, what's the word? They were involved, implicated. Is that the right word? I don't know. I'm asking. Okay, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, they didn't do anything. Now there are huge protests going on, and I can't show any of that right now, as there should be. Look, you've heard me. I'm all for law enforcement and military and all that. You know that, and you know that I blatantly said there are bad apples in every cart. But this should be an example to all officers, and even the good ones. I mean, most of them are good. Okay, and this isn't an attack, this is just notice this. 3 of your fellow officers are now unemployed because they allowed the wrong thing to take place. Because it's that brotherhood thing. Your family. I get that, but even if a family member murders somebody, you can't condone it. You can't hush it under the rug. Not that they did, but it's happened in the past. There's been officers. I mean, how many times has this happened where someone's been choked out? And how many police officers does it really take to do that? So here's my question I pose for the evening on this topic. Okay, I'm not bashing anybody. I am not going. I'm just saying here's something that's not good. Okay, look at all these years of all these people going up against law enforcement and protests and riots and all this, to where they have to dress up like stormtroopers to go up against that. Now, with everything that's gone on in the past couple of years, think about it. Here you are in an organization, the largest club or gang, whatever you want to call it, in the United States, and you do a lot of good. But when you allow other fellow officers to do things out of line or abuse of power, you are no better. So you may think, well, it's not me. You can't think like that. If you want society, like we've been seeing the past couple of weeks, and then those protests I told you about, which were just awesome, okay, where everybody was peaceful. We need you need to call them out. I know they're your brethren in the police force. I get that. But that's a bad apple. You've got to make mention of it. You've got to report it. You've got to tell somebody. You all tell us, see something, say something, right? You see something that's not right, you need to say something too, especially if it's within your force. Okay? If you help get rid of the bad people, I know they might be your brother. They might even be your physical brother. I'm sorry. But that is why there's so much animosity towards law enforcement over the years, because it's allowed to happen. But we have seen in the past few weeks where law enforcement are standing up and vocalizing this instead of just keeping it quiet. It's in the house. I get that, but this is just a suggestion. I'm not saying anything negative. I'm trying to give you a suggestion to help improve relationships between the people and law enforcement. If they see that you're all calling out the bad apples, the ones that are taking, doing the wrong stuff under the auspice of, I'm law enforcement. Okay. Most of you know that's not right. And a lot of us know that it's not right. So, like your fellow officers that have done this in the past few weeks, yeah, a couple of them lost their jobs because of higher ups and bosses. I know that. But they did what's right. I really, I'm not asking to be harassed or pulled over because you're taking it the wrong way. Please don't. But that's the issue, and we've seen it again. Was it this morning or last night? I think it was this morning with George Floyd. He had somebody that loved him. He had family. He had hopes. He had dreams. Yeah, he was supposed. Well, I don't know. I mean, he was being arrested for forgery. You have to go to court to find out if it was legit or not, because there's been misrepresentations in the past. And unfortunately, he's a black man. And unfortunately, there's a lot of black men that get killed for little things. Like the other guy, I feel bad because I don't remember his name off the top of my head. He was selling cigarettes. And it took 5 guys to put him on the ground and chokehold him until he died. And it shouldn't be that way. We need to look, my opinion, and tell me if you think I'm wrong. Some of you will. Okay? But law enforcement has been able to keep the peace without such physical acts of violence towards the suspects. And it is violence. If another person without a badge did the maneuvers, the chokeholds and all this stuff on anybody else, they would go to jail. All I'm saying is maybe we need somebody with a rational mind that's not a part of the kick them in the cabals to sit and rethink procedures and policies when it comes to physical apprehension. Is that apprehension? Yeah, we apprehend. Yes, um, because you can do it without such or breaking people's arms. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. I know adrenaline's pumping and heat of the moment, but that's where there needs to be training for them to learn to breathe and calm down. Okay, um, and this is all my opinion. I'm just one individual. And if you're a cop out there, you're taking offense to this, I'm sorry. But wouldn't you like to hear what the people think? So maybe you can help come to a medium or an agreement or something to where there's an understanding that people don't have to fear law enforcement. And it's sad because it's only a few, but because of the few, and it some of them getting away with it or just having desk duty or whatever instead of real consequences. There's really that lack of fear of anything happening if you do something wrong. That I think there needs to be stricter rules on that. I mean, they put all these strict rules on us. I, that's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. I'm not harping all. I'm just saying those few little bad seeds that abuse the power that may have been bullied on when they were in school, and they're like, well, I'm going to be a cop. That's the wrong reason to be a police officer. If it's to get back at all the abuse that you may have got when you're a kid in school or folks or whatever, okay, that shouldn't be a reason to become a police officer because you want to hold up the law, you want to protect your citizens. I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Let's look in the box. It's really quiet over here. Let's see. Did they shut me down? No, I'm still live. Phoebe's here. Good. Yes, gotcha. Howdy. You're a genius. Hi, all. Hey, bro. Do you see the house? AC Slayer's here. Terry's here. Complicit. Thank you. That was the word. Do they even have a remorse? They were indirect accomplices. Yes, yeah. They just stood by. Yeah. Tough job in the police. So much respect for it. I know. And look. I'm not bashing them. I know it's a tough job, but I think maybe there should be more training in keeping a cool head and not putting such dangerous maneuvers. I mean, could have snapped his neck. If that's not what happened, I don't know. All I know is he stopped breathing, and then when the ambulance got there, he's dead. Shouldn't have happened. It should not have happened, and the mayor believes so too. Hence why he fired him, which is good. Okay, and I praise the mayor for taking such swift action, like almost instantly. Um, so that should build confidence in law enforcement when the people see that it's not something drawn out and all this. It's like, oh no, you killed somebody, you're out. Unless they're being shot at, or something, they should be able to shoot somebody dead. You know, um, they should be able to have the training to, do all the special martial arts stuff to hold somebody down and not break body parts. Um, I just think that it's excessive. That's my opinion. People are like, Doc, are you becoming a Democrat? No, I told you I don't have a political party. I'm just an American, and we shouldn't have to live like that in fear or when we shouldn't. The only people that should truly fear law enforcement and military and the feds are bad guys, the real bad guys. Okay, it shouldn't be just anybody on the street because they see a car roll through or what that. But that's because of I don't know. I guess it's a different case for everything. I don't know. I hope I don't have like retaliation or something by those few, but I do believe that more than 90% of law enforcement are good people. Um, just got to get the other ones out. Just got to get them out. Period. All right. Enough of that. It really, really upsets me. I mean, if the guy was like a mass murderer or serial killer and they cornered him and he had a gun, take him out. Okay? If he's going around killing people, and he's got guns pointed and he's firing, then yeah, that's what cops are meant to do. But I think if any person dies under the hands of an officer because of over excessive whatever, yes, termination should be automatic without question. And I think that would put a little bit more into the officers to think, okay, yeah, I can't let this happen. I don't want to lose my job. Just if you're in the same area, like the other three officers. And it's sad that it happened. It's really horrible. It's a tough thing. The cops have a really tough job. But in my opinion, over the years, doing reports and talking about these things that keep happening to me, okay, right outside my home, put me down, gunpoint. I mean, I had PTSD from that for a little while. Okay, I had no weapon. I was holding a cell phone. There was no purpose to draw guns on me. None. Even though there was a situation going on about 200 yards down the street, it had. Let's see. Sorry, just checking messages. What was I saying? Anyway, yeah, I mean, my hands are like this, and I had the phone, and it's lighting me up. I mean, people that saw that night. So, I have firsthand experience. And I had been standing there for 30, 45 minutes. They had seen me. They were watching me. But they did a thing, and they pulled up and came around the other side and came up on me. All on camera, all live on Facebook. Had guns drawn, and I dropped to the ground faster than gravity. And every time I saw a cop after that, it shivers down my spine. We shouldn't have to live like that. We should not have to live like that. Sorry. That's all I'm going to say about that. Moving on. How many people did I lose? Tough job, but yeah. But basic human decency should always apply. No exceptions or excuses. Yes, Dave Dennis says. Terry says, I wouldn't want to be a cop. It's darn if you do and damned if you don't. Yeah, I know it is. I don't know how to come across this without, somebody taking it the wrong way. Chris says, you're not wrong. I think they do need better training to deal with certain situations. Yeah, maybe the police academy should be longer, twice as long, and go more in depth. I mean, I don't know. I'm just somebody on the outside suggesting from what I see. It's damn, not damn. Queen Bee 77, handcuffed on ground. They should have been enough. Right. He was handcuffed the whole time. I believe if you got somebody in handcuffs, you don't need to have your knee on their neck. I mean, you could put it on their, on their arms, hold them down, one guy on each side. And there's other ways of doing it. But that was it's like they have these maneuvers that are just as close to as lethal as not. It's just, I don't think it's right. What else are we going to talk about? Let's talk about something fun. Let's talk about SpaceX. The Dragon takes off in about 16 hours, I think. Let's see, 15 hours. At 11:25 a.m. tomorrow. Yes, we're going back to space. I mean, I know we got people up in the International Space Station, but America actually launched, and we actually have a mission patch. So this is awesome. And the suits are cool. I wanted to show you. I got the images here. It really sucks. I can't screen share, but tomorrow morning, be sure to watch that, and we will talk about it. Let's all pray that these astronauts have a successful, safe flight and mission and come back. All right. Because uh, we want them to come back so we can do this again and again and again. It's really exciting. SpaceX, you know, what they've done in a short period of time is amazing. Oh, back to this. Phoebe says, I hope the family, regardless of the charges, files a civil suit. It's not like he was murdered, a murderer. Okay, next topic. Okay, cool. Can't wait to see the liftoff, Chris says. I know. I'm really excited about it. I've got my reminder on YouTube. And oh man, it's just, it's kind of like that excitement with the shuttle when it first went off, or the Apollo, or any of those. It's just, we're going back. We're going back. I'm really, really stoked about it. And plus the outfits are cool. So sci-fi, and sleek, and everything's clean. And I think they've got like 4 screens, and that's it. It's all touch panel. Well, no, they got a couple buttons, I think, there. But that should be really exciting. So be sure to check that out tomorrow if you're able to. And second off, people that have been sending me videos and stuff, I'm sorry I have not gotten back to you because I've been sick. I'm trying to get through them all, and so I can report on them. So let me close that out. Let's see. So SpaceX. Let's see. Is it going to pull the screen up? No. What, they take that down? There it is. SpaceX's first astronaut launch will be a unique moment for America, NASA chief says. I'm just going to read a portion of this. SpaceX is still one day away from launching astronauts back in orbit from the US, but NASA has already announced the target date for the company's next crewed mission, which is August 30th. The next launch date, which is subject to change, hinges on the result of SpaceX's historic Demo 2 launch tomorrow, May 27th. Liftoff is set for 4:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Demo 2 will mark SpaceX's first launch of a Crew Dragon capsule carrying astronauts, a major moment for NASA's human spaceflight, which has been hitching rides to orbit with Russia since the space shuttles retired in 2011. That reliance makes tomorrow's flight a linchpin launch for the U.S., even as the pandemic caused by the new CV ravages the country, according to the NASA administrator, Jim Bridenstine. Our country has been through a lot, but this is a unique moment where all of America can take a moment and look at our country do something stunning again, right? Bridenstine, what a fun name that was. Bridenstine said during a news conference held today, May 26, this is a unique opportunity to bring all of America together in one moment in time and say, look how bright the future is. This is what the launch is all about. So there's a bunch more, which will take me a while. So let me do this, copy and paste over here so you can all enjoy the article and send. All right. Can't wait to see liftoff. We are back, Chris says. Yep. Dave says, got to watch SpaceX live. So exciting. Be sure you can go to the YouTube and hit the reminder and just keep that an open tab. It'll just turn on when it starts. Phoebe says, okay, is this an Elon Musk thing? I haven't heard of this. Really? Yes. SpaceX, Elon Musk, they're sending their first human capsule up into space. It's really, really exciting. First time since the shuttle program was shut down. So yeah, be sure to check it out. Chris says, I was there with my wife and kids for the last shuttle launch. Saw 2 of them. They were awesome to see. Oh, I know, right? Not until my friend reminded me the other night on the show who called in, my old roommate Serge, we went to film school together, and he was like, man, remember that night we went and watched the secret space launch for the secret space satellite? And I had completely forgot, but he mentioned, I was like, oh yeah. Of course it was college, so we were like drinking and stuff. But let's see. New space race on China. U.S. got to lead the charge. Yes, we did. Thank goodness. Phoebe says, OMG, I got to get on that. Yes, you do. All right. So that's really exciting. I wanted to show you these videos and whatnot, but yeah, won't let me do that. And of course, the NASA vehicle is a Tesla that they arrived in their uniforms for the press releases and stuff. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, be sure to check that out tomorrow. Close those out because we've already talked about that. How are you preparing? Oh yeah. So there another video I wanted to show was from NASA. It says, how are you preparing to hashtag launch America? And you can send in a video and they might put it into the NASA social page. So I'm going to put that over there. If you want to be a part of history, you can send in a video and they might put it in their video. So there's that. Can't show it to you, unfortunately. I guess I'll just shut it down. That's done. That's done. Close that down. All right. So, okay. Let's see. What else did I have in here? Okay. All right. So now I guess we'll get on to the good stuff. Where are we on time? Where are we on time? Oh my gosh. We got about 15 minutes. All right. Queenie says, do the astronauts need to wear a mask? Yeah, they got helmets. Really cool ones. Queen Bee says, do they need to wear a mask? I think they've been tested enough and probably sterile inside the cockpit. Yeah, but they do have. Oh, you. I thought you meant a CV mask. No, it's a helmet mask. Yes. Duh. Sorry, I'm groggy. Remember, I'm not feeling well. I'm not firing on all four cylinders. You're watching it right now? Oh, you got the live feed. Yeah, cool. Let's see. I guess. Oh, we're caught up. Okay. All right. So on to the good news. And it says I got 11 people here, so that's pretty good. All right. So because as you notice, I'm not in my cool spaceship. Everything thanks to things not working out because I don't want to say I'm being targeted. I don't want to say that, but it's really the coincidences are just starting to pile up. And it's not like I'm about it or anything. It's just like, damn it, you know. But that's all right. That's all right. I'm not going to worry much about it. They may end up taking me down here and at the Facebooks and at the Twitter LEDs and whatever, but that's okay because me and some friends have come together and we're going to do something really cool. Imagine a platform like this and the other if they had a baby with no censorship, no algorithms, no, deplatforming or shadow banning or banning, anything like that. Now, to be a part of it, you have to, of course, be, not a loony bin and or just a crazy, can't be a crazy person. Got to be uplifting and positive, but report stuff. Well, a lot of people have got together, or we've come together, and we are going to do our own platform, minus all the BS. And the first ones that have come on board, oh, by the way, it's called Rebel Underground Network. And it will be up here in the next, hopefully, 60 days. People that have jumped on board are Brooks Agnew from X Square Radio, Dylan Louise Monroe, who is the creator of the Q map and all the other maps that he makes. And he has got his new show, The New Templars. John D'Souza, the X-Man. Mike Barra from Ancient Aliens and Tell the Truth Wednesdays. Blake and Brent Cousins from Third Phase of Moon out of Hawaii. Pastor Paul Begley off the East Coast with Paul Begley Ministries. Don Phillips, the UK's leading paranormal investigator. Deborah Tavares from StopTheCrime.net. Michael Loftus from the Loftus Party. Laura Eisenhower, you know who she is. Rick Mackey from Get Esoteric out of Boston, Massachusetts. 1028 Live. And Andrew D. Bishago and myself with his new show, which is still hush hush. And we have many others. I'm just waiting for them to get back to me. And this will not, okay, So everybody will still have, it's not anything exclusive. They can still have their platforms here and over there and here and there. But if they want to have that full freedom, they can start a channel on Run, the Rebel Underground Network. And if they already have their own network, like Suzanne Ross does with SciSpy.tv, amazing programming, go check it out. Or Rob and Ben from Edge of Wonder, who have edgeofwonder.tv. Each of those have other people coming on board so they can have a network. So eventually it's going to be like an independent CBS, NBC, ABC kind of thing, right? But what we want to do with Run is have everybody help cross promote. So, we would promote SciSpy.tv. We're not saying Suzanne would have to bring, it's not like that. We're just a hub that has a platform that if you want to have a page on there for the social aspect, or you want to start a podcast page and do streaming or whatever, you can. Without, from day one, you can do fast chat in your comments. You don't have to wait to get 1,000 subscribers or anything like that. You can, bring over your sponsors, and just it's another platform. Like I said, we're not exclusive, so it's just another place without the algorithms, without the fact checkers, without the BS. Because I woke up in America, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So now, how are we going to do this? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to try to get something set up so that on June 20th and the 21st, we're going to do a 2-day telethon, 8 hours a day, unless we get a whole bunch more people. But for now, it's 8 hours each day. And everybody's going to just do their show as they normally do, but they're going to be talking about the network and the benefits of it, and where we need your help with donations. And we'll do this twice a year. That way it keeps it free to you guys. So you all can join the network for free and have your own social page, whatever. If you're podcasting and whatnot, if you decide you want to do like Patreon and charge subscriptions to your page, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. If you just want to set up a page to mirror and link to your own website where you have full freedom, we'll do that. The only thing we're going to do is that the telethons will help cover the cost to keep the network alive. Okay. Any extra money that we make on top of our goal each telethon, which will be twice a year, will be evenly divided amongst all the podcasters that were involved in the telethon. That way they can get new gear, new camera, or go to a protest if they need to, or go, here to do a story. It gives them that funding. Or if they just need to pay their electric so they can, keep doing their show. Like I'm trying to figure out, I got, well, like everybody, bills are coming up next week. So we're all trying to figure that out. And the biggest thing is we'll be doing cross promoting of our show. So at the beginning of my show, at the end of my show, and the other shows, they'll have a commercial for someone else's show that's in the network. So that if you hadn't seen Rex Bear at the League Project, he's not in yet. I'm waiting for him to get back with me, but or Dylan Monroe, you didn't know about the new Templar page, right? Well, there would be a commercial at the end of my show that would say, "Hey, go check out Dylan Louise Monroe's page, the new Templars." So it helps you find more and more info so that you can decide on what truth is for you. I mean, truth is truth, but if you need more details other than just from one podcaster or two, and you want a broader perspective, it'll give you that opportunity. So anyway, that is the big news. There's also going to be some other really fun stuff on the network. We're going to have a music video page with awesome, great patriotic style music. Not the classics, but I mean like all kinds of really cool like stuff. There's going to be a page called Stand Up, which will have calendars of events and stuff for rallies, social gatherings, petition signings, a page about knowing your rights. We'll have RP counseling, which is red pill counseling. I need to find a good shrink or somebody to do this channel that can help with people that are just waking up to everything. For some, it might be too much. They might be going too hard on their friends and family, going, no, this is the way to, and they don't remember. We've discussed this on my show, how you got to do it in little increments, even when you're just waking up to everything, because everybody wakes up at a different time. So we'll have like a channel for that, documentaries outside of the podcasts, on all kinds of crazy stuff, commercials and skits that will be fun. And then we'll have Red Pill Comedy, which is going to be headed up by Michael Loftus and the Loftus Party. If you don't know who Michael Loftus is, check him out. Amazing comedian, worked in Hollywood. He's been on Comedy Central. He's written for amazing TV shows. And now he has a Loftus Party, which is a political comedy. So he's going to be bringing that in to the mix so we can have some laughter. I don't want it to all be, oh, it's the end of the world. No, we have to be able to look at it in different ways, and sometimes find the humor in things and find the good in things. And so we want to be able to accommodate that as well. And then I'm going to do a weekend review show, which I told you I was going to be doing on Fridays. And that will be basically different shows sending me in about maybe a 2-minute clip of the highlight of their week. And we'll talk about it. We'll talk about all the different shows and then show you where the links are so you can, watch and learn more if you're intrigued to do so. So, yeah, pretty, sorry. I feel it straining. Oh, wait, I got it over here too. Let's see. I hope they send actual video back to us that shows stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. But they're working with NASA, so they're probably going to be, hey, you want to use our launch pad? We control the feed. I don't know. Never a straight answer. Alexandra's here, says LOL, and then sucks. Keep positive. Are you on BitChute, Doc? Dana says, yes, I am. And it's just not working. It's not working. Let's see. People just aren't really going there like they should, or they're just not, there's not. Here's the thing. Everybody's like, well, what about My Life or BitChute or this or that? They're all great, but Rebel Underground Network is for all the people that have been censored and banned, for just whatever flagrant reasons. And we want to, how your parents say, my house, my rules. We don't want to live under anybody else's rules. We want it to be our house, our own ecosystem. So that's the goal. But yeah, I got a page on BitChute, but I think it's just like, it's 1028 live stuff, like the film festival and a few other episodes and whatnot, but I just don't get traffic over there. Phoebe says, I need to make you my chicken soup. You feel better. LOL. Well, thank you. Yeah, chicken soup would have been good. I still haven't eaten. I need to eat some. That sounds good. I might have to go to the store and get some chicken soup. Doc, you're becoming the Bob Geldof of the truther movement. Remember Band-Aid? Tough. Oh, I know who Bob Geldof is. Yeah, it took a guy like Bob to pull that together. You're doing the same. You powerhouse. Dave, that is, dude, that's pretty cool. He wasn't the prettiest guy to look at, but he did. He like me, loves to pull people together for good reasons. Because God knows I'm never doing it to make money. It's always all right. I try sometimes, but it never works. Wow, thanks, man. That's wow. And he's a sir. He's like knighted, right? Sir Bob Geldof. So thank you, man. Band-Aid was good then. You ever listen to it now? You're like, it could have been better. But that was really cool, Dave. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Queen Bee says, comic Boston Dad is hilarious. Find him on YouTube, Boston Dad. Is that the guy that yells really loud? No, that's like Phil from New York or something. No, he's from Boston. Is he a big guy? Because there's one, and he just foul mouth, but every word he's saying is truth. I would like to have him on, but I'm afraid he'd blow out everybody's speakers. um, okay, let's see. Terry says, "Hey, looks isn't everything, Doc. Gel dog was great, or damn Geldof. Yeah, no. He was. Yeah. Um, okay, maybe he was good looking to some people. I'm sorry, that wasn't the right thing to say. I just, yeah, but he is awesome. He is awesome. He is awesome. So I am hoping that they snipe some footage and release it later to slay NASA. Boom, disclosure, maybe wishful thinking. Let's put it out in the cosmos. You never know. They might make it happen. Queeby says, he says Minga. Minga? Mingia? I don't know what that means. I know what a mogwai is. You don't get them wet and you don't feed them after midnight. Was run your baby? Yes, actually. Yeah, it's on me. I came up with it right after I got taken off of Facebook. When they cut me in the middle of my show, it was where was I? I don't know. I just it hit me all of a sudden, and I thought, I'm always trying to bring people together. And then I noticed how everybody's trying to make it on their own. And here I am preaching, let's all lift each other up so we can rise together. So why not? So that's why I'm not doing like membership fees or, you got to pay me royalties to be on my network. No, no. Okay. That's why I mean, just like public broadcasting television, you know how every year or twice a year they'll have telethons. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna have juggling or anything or dog tricks, but who knows? It may happen. But we'll do that twice a year so that it will help cover the funds of the network, the IT tech person, that the place to house it, the racks, everything. So it's fully independent. And then whatever's left over, we will split that amongst the podcasters. So your favorite podcasters can upgrade their show in some way or pay their internet like I need to, that kind of thing. So that's it. That's open book. That's all it is. Only policies that I would implement into the network is that um, you can't be loony. I mean, you've seen those nut jobs out there. You can't have them. Um, and you gotta be a good heart about it and be willing to report on everything that's going on, but and somehow uplift people. Keep keep it positive. Um, yeah, I won't. Yeah, I've talked about Alex Jones. Um, I've met him. I followed him for years, but and he did what I'm doing right now or wanting to do, but he did it for himself, and I mean, yeah, he's successful, but he's got more money, more problems, you might say. So money is necessary to do all this, but if I was to think of it for only to make money, then it's not going to succeed. Now, hopefully, maybe I might get 1,000 viewers at one point in my life, and I might get a couple fast chats and be able to pay some bills and not worry about things and focus on the network and the shows and all that. That would be nice. And there are a lot of podcasters that get that opportunity and get to travel and do cool stuff. And when that time comes, that will happen for me. So, but if I think just like that, me, and 1028, like it will not work. You can't think like that. You can't think that if you want things to grow, this is what I believe, and I'm hoping it will prove right that when you bring people together and you make sure that the cause is to benefit everyone equally, I feel in my heart, then you can be a success. I've been spending my years meeting people and getting to know people and holding on to the good ones, which each and every single one of these people that I mentioned to you, I know personally. They are good friends, and they're good people with good hearts that want to get the truth out. So those are kind of the little bit of stipulations, not a bunch of law jargon and all that, just basic. And if you can't abide by those simple things, then boom, yeah, there's plenty of other platforms. But I don't want the, Rebel Underground Network to be labeled with radicalist crazies that, are call to arms or anything like that. That's not what it's about. It's just about us getting the information out there, and not being restricted. So, all right, where are we? Um, hey, looks is. Oh, you already talked about that. It's about Gandalf or Geldof, not Gandalf. Sorry. Um, let's see. Was Run Your Baby? Yeah. See, your purpose is a higher one than just a YouTuber truth. Yeah, I mean, this is beyond social media. This is beyond shows on YouTube and Facebook and wherever. This is a time in our lives that how we respond, what we do, and how we react. That's really all kind of the same thing. It's just synonyms or anyway. Uh, and that is see your purpose is hard. Yeah, it's just truth. If we don't do this now, we're just going to continue to be manipulated and lied and mind control and all this stuff and manipulation, and we're all waking up. It's not the age of Aquarius, but what was it? They said that this was the time of the awakening, and it really is. People are waking up. Not as fast as a lot of us would like, but everybody's got their own time. Um, and hopefully the Rebel Underground Network will provide the information for people that are waking up with comedy and music and counseling. Oh, and the biggest important thing about raising this money is a part of the goal, which, we said it like 50, but I'm talking to different people about, servers and whatnot. I gotta make sure I know what I need to set the goal at, but I just kind of guesstimated 50. Because we're going to take a part of that and put it as a retainer for our network attorney that will represent every podcaster on our network. So if they ever come across any problems, even on another platform, they're represented. So, and also hopefully we'll get a good attorney that would like to also do a show, know your rights and teach people. And then they can say, come to my law firm and we'll represent you or something. And then that gets him clients or her clients or their office, whatever. It's all about giving everybody the opportunity to do what they do. And, um, you know, each of them can make their own money. A lot of them are, but I think little guys like me get lost in the cracks or get targeted. And I think if we all start promoting each other, yeah, it'll help me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love a little help, like a lot of help. But, if, like I say, can't be greedy about it. So I got to focus on others first. What do we got here? Dave says, run a platform for the Great Awakening and the Ascension era. Ooh, Dave. I like how that sounds. Dave, you're on a roll tonight. Phoebe says, yep, I need to find my venue in that venture. I want to be a part of it. Well, fantastic. And this is what I was saying earlier is once we do this, now I've been told that we can have access to these servers and have like a platform kind of set up so you can see it, but not log in really. It's kind of like just to get an idea because it's going to be rudimentary at first. Okay. It's not going to be sleek and sexy, but it will over time. Because that requires money, so we can hire people that can make it slick and sexy. Because that's not my forte. Someone asked me if are you doing all the No, I'm not programming nothing. So, So yeah, that's what's going on with that. Um, all right, and so if you want to be a part of that, the telethon's the 20th and the 21st of June next month, but we're going to be promoting it all the way up to that point. And I'm going to put together maybe like a promo video like I do for Disclosure Con with all the participants. And then you can help by just like spamming it to the world. Because I think with all we got like, I think it's like 3 to 4 million subscribers amongst all these people combined. So, and we only need a sliver of that. So if everybody put in like $1, shoot, it would still be way more than enough. But we could upgrade things, make things even better, and you maybe even get a studio and have a real network. So the possibilities are endless, but it just depends on what we can raise. So for the next month, you're going to hear me talking about raising money, the thing I hate most. Yes, I know. But to make this magical thing happen, it is the magical ingredients that are needed to make it happen. So I do have other big people that I'm trying to get. And I would like to say their names. So if anybody out there happens to know how to contact them, I would love to get in touch with them, because they don't have emails or something on, they keep quiet. Jennifer Mack, David Zubleek, Marfugel News, Decade Awakening, The Next News Network, BP Earthwatch, We Are Change, Jason A, and Linda Moulton Howe. And I would love to have Robin Madden. They're the first ones on the list, but I haven't been able to get a hold of them in the past 2 weeks because they've been so busy with their projects. And then, anybody else that you might think that might be good for this? Musicians, comedians, reporters, podcasters, web designers, anything like that. Oh, counselors. This is going to be a community effort. And hopefully, we'll have people donate on this show, and then on Brooks Agnew's show, Dylan's show, John D'Souza, Mike Barra, Blake and Brent Cousins, Third Phase of Moon. Hopefully they'll bring in a couple bucks. Pastor Paul Bagley, the same. Pastor Paul Bagley, he's like on every single platform out there at once. I don't know how he does it. He's amazing. Don Phillips, he's got a whole plethora of people. Deborah Tavares as well. Michael Loftus. Oh my gosh, he's got a huge following. Laura, of course. Oh wait, they're already in. They're not ones the other ones are the ones that I mentioned. But there's actually a whole bunch more. Like let's see, John B. Wells, Red Pill 78. Let's see, The Impossible Channel, Weeping Angel, Hacking the Headlines, Dabu 7, the Conservative Twins, the Hodge Twins. I want to so bring them over. A Call for an Uprising, and I got Jimmy Church here. These are people I haven't contacted, by the way, just so you know. But this is the list that I'm pulling from, and I've got a few so far. So, but if you add all these up that are on this one list, 14 million subscribers. So if we pull that together, I'm not asking everybody to exodus from other platforms. They are like, do we have to be exclusive? We're like, no, don't have to be exclusive. It's just another platform without all the bells and whistles that drive us all nuts. So anyway, that's the big news. Sorry, I'm groggy instead of, but my body won't do it. And I feel like putty in this chair, to be honest with you. I've just been like, you notice I haven't been that crazy, hit. Anyway, did you get a hold of the woman I sent you? No, I've been sick. This is the first day I've been like somewhat conscious. Well, I've been conscious. That was the problem. I couldn't fall asleep. I wanted to go to the ER and just say, just knock me out, yo. Just want to sleep. But no, I toughed it out. You have a lot of love for humanity. Thank you. Oh, Queen Bee, thank you. Okay, so I think that's about it. And Alice Down the Rabbit Hole. That's another one I would love to have come aboard. So that is what's coming. The telethon is in a month. So if you want to help, that's a great time to do it. If you want to do it earlier, that's great too. And what else? What else? What else? Coast to coast. Well, yeah, okay. Coast to coast, they're radio. I don't. Yeah, it's not a podcast. So they're FM. Now, if they wanted to, that would be. I mean, Coast to Coast AM. Art Bell, the man that created it, the myth, the legend, is why I am sitting here doing this right now. Him and Michael Loftus. Michael Loftus, he gave me the oomph to say you can do it. you know, I thought anyway. Yes, so Art Bell and Coast to Coast. If I could just even call. I mean, I did twice. But I mean, if I could just come in for 5 minutes and talk, that would be awesome. Um, but yeah, no, Coast to Coast. I love Coast to Coast. Jimmy Church, yes, as well. It's kind of funny because some of my listeners were on a show. They called in and they were talking and they brought me up and he's like, Doc Skinner, who's that? And I'm like, yeah, no. So he's heard my name once or twice, but I'm sure he has no clue who I am, which is okay. But I do have friends that know him, and another person I want to get involved, but I have to get a hold of her. And so this is going to be big, people. I mean, I was like, what is it, a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago? This hit me, and we've already pulled this together. We already got the website. It's .com, .org, .net. Don't go there. It's not even up yet. Okay. I just purchased the domains, but we should have them up by the time we do the telethon. Fingers crossed. That way you can at least get a visual idea of what it is. But it's gonna take people saying, check out the new platform. So let's see. We might even earn tweets from QAnon and the president. Oh, did I mention them in the same sentence? Yeah, no. Be honest with you. I really want a lot of Q people on board with this. But there's so many of them. I don't know who to ask first or who would want to be in it. But Q is going to be a big part of this. I just gotta find the right people. So if you know somebody, let me know. La 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 la. So Queen Bee, I guess you're going to bed because she said good night to get some sleep. Is it that time? Oh, it's already past that time. I ran over. My bad. Well, thank you so much for everybody hanging out with me tonight. Lord willing, I will be back again tomorrow. I apologize for last night. I apologize to Deborah Tavares. I'm going to try to have her scheduled on either tomorrow or Thursday or Friday and have her back on. I just, poor woman, I called her to cancel and she was, I'm so excited to do the show. And I was like, oh, yeah, you can't even talk. I was like, I'm so sick. We'll have to reschedule. And she started saying, okay, well, and I started, so I hit the phone and I cut her off. So Deborah, if you're watching, I left you a message, but I want you to know I'm so sorry. I just didn't want you to hear me, it was bad. It was bad. So hopefully we'll have her on this week if she hasn't, blocked my call. I felt so bad, but it was just so awful. Let's see. Where we go on, we go all. Thanks for the show, D. Missed the cool backdrops. I know, right? These people are sick. Where we go on, we go all. What Dave said. Yes. All right. Well, you all have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. If I find out if I can reschedule her, I will let you guys know in advance. Folks, I don't know what's going on. We may just have to do plain Jane like this. You might have to just see what's behind the curtain. Or I don't know what. Darn it. But anyway, if they don't let me on there, then I have to go back to FB again. It's like I'm just getting thrown like a clamshell game or shell game. All right, that's it. I'm done. My name is Doc Skinner. This is 1028 Live, broadcasting from the beautiful White Mountains of Arizona here in the United States of America on this big ball planet spaceship of ours known as Earth, hurtling through space, following a gigantic ball of fire. I'll see you all tomorrow. Remember, as long as we lift each other up, we will rise together. It's the only way. It's the only way. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao. Wait, I hit the end stream. There we go. Bye. Says we're still live. So we're still live? Really? Let's try this again. Ciao.